On a chilly Sunday morning in New York City, the soft hum of chatter filled a small, cozy coffee shop tucked away on a quiet corner street. The smell of freshly brewed coffee lingered in the air as rain tapped gently against the windows. At a corner table sat Henry Whitaker, a man whose tailored suit and polished shoes couldn't hide the loneliness in his eyes. A widowed CEO, Henry had built an empire from the ground up but had lost the love of his life 5 years ago. Since then, his days were filled with business meetings, empty penthouses, and a silence that no amount of success could fill. This morning, he came to the cafe not for coffee, but to feel a glimpse of humanity he'd been missing. As Henry stared blankly at the steam rising from his cup, a tiny, timid voice broke through his thoughts. "Can I sit here?" He looked up to see a frail little girl, no older than 8, clutching a worn-out teddy bear and a paper cup of hot chocolate. Her cheeks were pale, dark circles under her eyes hinting at a struggle far too heavy for her age. She pointed to the empty seat across from him, her small hands trembling slightly. Henry hesitated. He wasn't used to unexpected company, let alone a child seeking his presence. But something in her eyes, a quiet sadness, a silent plea for connection, made him nod. "Of course," he said softly, pulling the chair out for her. They sat in silence at first. The girl took tiny sips of her drink, occasionally hugging her teddy closer, as though it was the only thing keeping her together. Finally, Henry asked, "Where's your mom or dad?" She looked down, fidgeting with the bear's ear. "Mom's at the hospital, she's really sick. Dad, he left a long time ago. Auntie says I have to wait here while she talks to the doctor." Her voice cracked, but she quickly forced a smile as if trying to be strong. Henry felt a lump rise in his throat. He knew loss, knew the hollow ache of watching someone you love fade away. "I'm sorry," he murmured. "That must be really hard." The girl nodded, eyes glistening, but said nothing. Minutes passed, and Henry found himself telling her about his late wife, how she loved daisies and used to drag him out for Sunday morning walks in the park. The little girl giggled softly for the first time, her innocent laugh tugging at something long buried in Henry's chest. "She sounds nice," she said. "I hope your heart doesn't stay sad forever." Those words, so pure and unexpected, shattered something inside him. Henry had spent years building walls around his grief, isolating himself from love and warmth. Yet this little girl, a stranger, saw his pain and offered comfort in the simplest way. When the girl's aunt came to collect her, Henry couldn't bear to let her walk away empty-handed. He knelt down and handed her a small card with his number. "If you or your mom ever need help, anything at all, you call me, okay?" She clutched the card like a treasure, whispering, "Thank you," before leaving. That night, Henry couldn't stop thinking about her. The next day, he discreetly visited the hospital she mentioned. He learned that her mother, a single parent, was battling late-stage cancer with little money for treatment. Without hesitation, Henry quietly paid the hospital bills, ensuring she received the best care possible. Weeks later, as he visited the hospital again, the little girl ran into his arms, tears streaming down her cheeks. "Mom's getting better," she cried. Henry felt a warmth in his heart he hadn't felt in years, a sense of purpose beyond wealth and status. Months passed, and the bond between Henry and the little girl's family grew stronger. He wasn't just a benefactor, he became a father figure, a friend, a beacon of hope for a family that had nearly given up. In return, they filled the emptiness in his life with love, laughter, and second chances. And it all started with 4 simple words: "Can I sit here?" Sometimes, life's greatest blessings arrive in the smallest, most unexpected moments. A stranger's kindness, a child's innocent courage, a chance encounter in a coffee shop, these are the threads that weave humanity together. Henry learned that day that true wealth isn't measured in dollars or deals made, but in the lives we touch and the love we dare to give. So, the next time a stranger asks to sit beside you, remember, one act of kindness can change 2 lives forever.